Okay, are you all ready for your next comedian? You know her, you love her, you are aware of her presence on this stage from 5 minutes ago. She's the co-host of Flock this month. She's my lovely co-producer. Hilarious, wonderful. She's 1/4 of the MILF podcast. I think we have another 1/4 of the MILF podcast. And you can find her hosting Seattle's Gaily Show, which you should follow on Instagram. Please give it up for Lindsey Anderson.
How are you guys doing? Good show so far? How are you guys doing, straight people? Nice. Yeah? Okay, so nobody's gonna ask me. That's okay. That's fine. I'm gonna be honest. I'm feeling a little bit nervous. Not because I'm producing and got my hair caught in the curtain before the show started. I'm just nervous because I was recently diagnosed with anxiety. Yeah. My therapist's exact phrasing, though, was, "You have whatever it is God put in Chihuahuas that makes them that way." Yeah. You know, like, whatever it is that took the mighty wolf and transformed it into this, like, shaking, shriveled up creature that only stands on 3/4 of its legs at a time. You know, always trembling, even in the heat of summer, eyes bulging out of its head, just, you know, edging death. You know, waiting and praying for death, but you know it won't come. Those motherfuckers live forever. That's me. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. We've got some dog lovers in the crowd. I love it. I came home and I told my partner that I have anxiety, and their very supportive response was, "No shit." They then proceeded to explain to me that they knew I had anxiety because when I get nervous in social situations, I walk like I have a stick up my ass, which just made me like 100 times more nervous for every social situation after that. But, you know, I decided to just do what any normal person would do when presented with this information. You know, carve out a half an hour every day to go outside and practice my walks. I'm working. Okay. I'm working. Yeah? Okay. It's been a while, but I'm not there yet. I know I'm not there yet. But, you know, it's given me a lot of time to really connect with my neighborhood. I'm from Capitol Hill. So every day I go and I walk around Capitol Hill. Whistles from Capitol Hill? We from Capitol Hill too? Where are you guys from? Oh, okay. So Capitol Hill's a lot like Columbia City, but just like a little bit more drugs. Yeah. But it's so much fun. I love especially playing people watching games in Capitol Hill. Some of my favorites are this one called Dog or Baby. See, you guys have played it too, right? Yeah. It's where you see somebody pushing a stroller and you guess the contents of that stroller. 9 times out of 10, it is a crusty white dog. The other, 10% of the time, it's a cat. It's never a baby. Babies don't exist in Capitol Hill, I'm convinced. They're too expensive, yeah, it's true. Another game I like to play is called AirPods or Crystal Meth. That's the one where you try to figure out why the guy is screaming outside of your apartment at night. Like, is he on a business call or is he seeing his demons? Yeah. And I'm gonna be real with you, it's usually both. But by far the hardest game to play in Capitol Hill when practicing my walks is, it's this game called Are They Gay? Because you never can tell, okay? Case in point, the other day I was out practicing my walks, and in the distance I saw this, cute, sapphic-looking couple. The taller one had like that Phoebe Bridgers, like platinum, blonde bob. And the shorter one was wearing a bucket hat that looked like a frog. So clearly bisexuals, right? Yeah. And I need more queer friends in my life. So like I wanted to initiate a conversation with them, but you guys saw my walk was not ready, okay? So I did the next best thing, and I just kind of planted my feet, like in a power pose, that Oprah would do, and I just kind of like stared them down, and like willed them to me with my eyes, you know. But as they started to get closer, I could make out their features a little bit better, and around the time I could see them well enough to differentiate who they were, they quickly ran across the street. And avoided eye contact with me. And it was in that moment that I realized I was not looking at a beautiful sapphic couple. I had been staring down a beautiful grandmother and her very tall preschool-age grandchild. Yeah. To be fair, though, that grandchild is probably bisexual. All the kids are bisexual these days, right? Yeah, it's true. Make some noise if you're bisexual. Yeah, if you didn't make noise just now, you're old. So, you know, and like, the old people may know, if you watch Fox News, they'll tell you that all the kids are bisexual these days because of, you know, the media, because of Disney. You know, Disney's turning us all gay, right? The fraction of a second that they show a lesbian couple in the background of Finding Dory just turned us all gay. And I have to say, I grew up on Disney. I was a total Disney Channel kid. And they are 100% right. 100% right. Like, think about it. Think about the characters that we grew up with. Okay, Jafar was, yeah. You already knew. Jafar was serving cunt, right? Mm-hmm. Ursula was a drag queen. It's common knowledge. Mulan, non-binary. Obviously, and don't get me started, Timon was the original bratty bottom, right? I mean, you know Timon was bottoming because Pumbaa's got IBS. It's just a no-go. Yeah. Okay. Before I move on, I do want to clarify to the heterosexual people in the room, like before I get canceled on this stage, because I know a lot of people have gotten canceled here, I just want to make it very clear, I'm not heterophobic, okay? Like, I'm so cool with straight people. I love straight people. I have straight friends. Like, I don't talk to them very often, but I have them. And okay, this is wild, but like she gave me permission to say this, okay? I have straight people in my family. My sister is straight. She's been that way her whole life. She's born that way. And I'm proud of her, okay? I love my sister. I just, you know, the thing is, she's got this new boyfriend. I don't like him very much. It's not because he's a man, okay? That doesn't bother me. I don't like it when they shove it in my face, but it's okay. No, the thing is, like a good big sister, I stalked my sister's boyfriend on Instagram. And there's just some red flags, okay? The first thing is that he's significantly older than my sister. My sister's a college cheerleader. She is in her teens still. You can tell this because her name is Ainsley. That's giving like Y2K cunt bitch, you know? But then her boyfriend, his name is Rob. Yes. Not Robert. Not Robbie. Rob. He just goes by Rob. Yeah, that's a name you get on like your second divorce. Yeah. And it gets worse, okay? Rob's Instagram bio starts out with the line, "Word is bond." I don't know what that means. But it like feels homophobic, right? Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page with this one, okay? Because it gets weirder. Right underneath that, it says Honda Civic enthusiast. I drive a Honda Civic, and I'm not enthusiastic about it whatsoever. So I asked my sister, I was like, what's the deal with the Honda Civic thing? And she was like, oh, no, you just don't understand, okay? Rob is a mechanic, so we know he treats women well. Yes. Rob is a mechanic, and Honda Civics are the easiest cars to fix. So what I'm hearing is Rob is a shitty mechanic. But the worst thing about Rob is that ever since he entered the picture, my sister's had a lot of questions for me, particularly about sex. And it's not comfortable to talk to your baby sister about that sometimes. But the weirdest ones have been, she came up to me once and she's like, okay, I get how like straight sex works. I get how like gay sex works, but like do lesbians have sex? And I had to explain to my sister, and I'll explain to anybody here that may not understand, lesbians do have sex, okay? Lesbian sex is actually a lot like heterosexual sex, like same positions, same locations. It's just the only difference, the main difference is that in lesbian sex, both people have orgasms. Yes. Multiple times usually, yeah. Before I go, I do have to let you know there is an addendum to that joke. I've been telling that joke for a couple of years now, and then it finally happened. I was getting it on with my partner, and before either of us could come, they pulled a muscle. We weren't doing anything sexy, unfortunately. They were just trying to get out of the world's baggiest jeans. Pulled a muscle, and I just kind of held them for a while they like whimpered in pain. And then they said, "Did you come?" And I said, "No, I didn't." And their whimpers turned to sobs. I had never felt more straight in my life. Like I had the instant urge to just book a trip to Cabo and like post passive-aggressive things on Instagram about my anniversary. Thank you so much. I've been Lindsey Anderson.